Hello everybody, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be potentially breaking this perfectly functional dual Pentium 3 system, all in the name of helping out Epictronics, who needs to figure out what some components are on the motherboard here. So let's get right to this. So just to prove that it's working, I have the what's this thing called? Where's the keyboard? Oh, there's a keyboard. What is this? Oh, 3D Mark 03 is running the demo mode, and so that was all good. So what we have here with this system, it's a dual Pentium 3 933. It's got an NVIDIA FX 5500 video card, 2 gigs of RAM. It's a nice little system. Let's shut that down, and we're gonna get tearing this thing apart to try to figure out what some values of some components are on the motherboard. So let's shut this down. Shut that off. Ooh, and how's it going, everybody? We got Bacchus, Epictronics, Jeremy's Vintage Hellbilly Shack, the Panman GR. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, the CPU cooler is rattling a bit. This system was never really finished. Let's show you what we got in this thing. So, this case, and I do have the front panel for this thing. The door gets a little weird. So this is a coolant's case, and notice there's a little control thingy up there. These cases originally had water cooling, and so when I got it, all that stuff had been removed, and I've accumulated a few parts over the years, but I never quite got everything going. And so originally I was thinking, let's make a dual water-cooled Pentium 3 system, because that would be a lot of fun to play with. Let's zoom in a little bit here. And let's zoom in. There we go. Alright, here we go. Gonna have to shift. I'm gonna move my camera. Be careful of shaky cam. Sorry, folks. There we go. Alright, so you can see here our motherboard is the Abit VP6. Very cool dual Pentium 3 motherboard. But when we look at Pentium 3 sockets, there's all kinds of crap around them, right? And so with Pentium 3s, our socket 370, all right, we're unplugged so I can do this. The heat sinks use these little clips. Don't make fun of me for my thermal paste application there. So we have these little clips, and you're supposed to cram a screwdriver in here, and it goes down a little lug on top of there. But what always happens on these things is that the screwdriver slips, and people wind up putting gouges in the motherboard. It makes a giant mess. So yeah, these systems get damaged a lot. And so Epictronics has one of these, and let's see what we have here. Alright, so we're sort of flipped over from how I'm looking at it. But BC59 and TC7 are the first things we're going to be looking at here, which are right there and right there. I don't know how good this is going to zoom in. Let's try zooming in a little bit more. Boop, boop. So yeah, so we're gonna take this apart and try to figure out what the values for these things are. So the thing is, you can use your little device. My little device is a little dirty. To try to figure out what the values are, right? So if we just take our probes and we stick them down on here. And we hit our button. What's this thing gonna tell us? Oh, Epictronics just picked up a Chief Tech Dragon case. Alright, so this is telling us that's 41 picofarads here, and that was TC7, and we also need BC59. 41 picofarads, I would actually believe. Let's see what that one says. And sorry if you hear some noise, it's raining like crazy here. Yeah, this one's saying 42 picofarads. If we look at those caps, they're very different, so they're definitely not the same. So what we need to do is pull those things off and then measure them out of circuit. Bacchus is gonna pretend that he's not embedded flathead screwdrivers into motherboards trying to unclip CPU coolers. Never. It has never happened to any of us. I actually had years ago a Asus or a Abit VP6, which was the older version of this motherboard. I destroyed it by doing that poorly. Yeah. So let's see, what else have I missed? Panman GR. All right, just making sure I'm saying that properly. So yeah, the BP6 was originally a dual Celeron system, so you could get like, I think it was up to the 533s or something that would work in there. It was a really awesome system. I think you could also use slocket adapters to get some of the early Pentium 3s going. All right, but so let's see. Let's go here. We're gonna use this. Sorry, gotta get my soldering iron. So this is an NF.mini. So this is from Northridge Fix, who sells some equipment. I bought one of these. These are nice little soldering irons for doing like little SMT type jobbies. It's not great for bigger stuff. They just don't have enough thermal mass. But it's really great for this kind of stuff. So we're gonna use this to unsolder the components and then put them back on. So let's pop under the microscope and let's try to get this going. I'm having trouble remembering what CPUs the BP6 supported. That was a long time ago. Oh, okay, so this is gonna be an ordeal trying to get our microscope into here. So let's see if that worked. Can you see? Oh, there's some big thunder. Okay, we can kind of see what we're doing here. So theoretically, I should have the motherboard out of this thing because it would make it a heck of a lot easier. But I'm being lazy. Sorry, this is a little crooked. Oh, don't look at my thermal paste up close. Oh god. Oh look, and there's hair on this thing. What a mess we're dealing with here. How does it compare to the TS100 and the Pine-Sil? I was actually thinking about buying a Pine-Sil just to do a comparison and see how they do. But this is, it heats up fast, so I'm gonna hit the button here, and I have it set to 394 degrees. And I'm just confirming we need BC59 and TC7. So let's get TC7 first. So I'm gonna set this down for a second. I'm gonna pull off the other heatsink. Hopefully I won't mangle anything here. Just giving myself a little bit more clearance. Yeah, so this would be so much easier if I just took the motherboard out. We're gonna try to do that without taking out the motherboard. I really didn't want to disassemble this system. Alright, here we go. So this is a little blade end. Oops. And partially because I can't reach anything. Oh, and that almost went flying to nowhere, but I have it. I have it. So our TC7's been dislodged. Let's get rid of this little piece of solder. There we go. Alright, let's pull the other one out while we're in here. Oof, this is hard. This is definitely hard. It has nothing to do with spacing. Let's see. It's getting around the caps. The other thing I could potentially do is use hot air to get these off, but I worry about that socket. Let's try to do this way. Try to go across them like that. Oh. This is kind of fiddly. Okay. That one's off. So we'll try to keep them oriented. So now what we need to do... Whoa, did you just hear that? Let's go back to here. Hey, Gut Bombs here. How's it going? Yeah, just unsolder all 370 pins. That'll make it work. So I need my other jumper lead. Gonna watch it. Yeah, we gotta watch it all. Don't miss a second of the awesomeness. Alright, so then we're gonna take our soldering iron. We're just gonna solder. Sorry if this... Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Put a lead on one side. Try to put a lead on the other side. There we go. Got our cap soldered onto a couple leads. And where's our little device? Hey, Justin D. Morgan is here. How's it going, Justin? Alright, so now that we have our solder, our component soldered up to a couple leads, check it, and it said 41 picofarads I think before. This one's actually, I think that's right. So this is, I mean, this is saying 3,996 nanofarads, which would be oh no, it would be 4 picofarads, wouldn't it? Yeah. So there we go. 4,000 nanofarad capacitor, and that was TC7. Alright, so if we're keeping track at home, TC7 is 4,000 nanofarad. Just double check it one more time. 4.2 nanofarad or 4,200 nanofarad. Again, my little reader isn't perfect, but you know. Oh no, so that would be. This is 4 microfarad. Sorry, I'm getting my math backwards. Oh my god. I'm gonna get in trouble from my students for not doing my math right. So 4,000 nanofarads would be 4 microfarads. Alright, so let's unsolder this one. Oh, yeah, so tomorrow there's the system source swap meet down in Baltimore, or near Baltimore. So Justin, you're going to that? Okay. Drop that there. Gonna get our other one. Solder that up. Okay, so got that one wired up. Set our soldering iron down. Get this up to our little cheapo reader majig. Oh, the lead fell out. Oh, jeez, and my soldering came undone. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Forgot to close it properly. Let's see how quickly this goes from sleep to 394. What was that, like 3 seconds? That's why I like this one. It's a fun little soldering iron. Down. Okay, so this one is saying 1,465 nanofarads. Let's do it again. $1,499. So there's a 1,500 nanofarad capacitor. All right. Or 1.4 or 1.5 microfarads. Okay, so we'll pop that off. Grab a forceps. Alright, so this one was position BC59 was 1,500 nanofarads. Tell me about this tester doohickey, Big Bad Biologist. Seems like a really useful tool. It is actually a really awesome little tool. They used to sell these on eBay for like $12 as a little kit that you put together. I think the prices have gone up over the years, but I mean, it basically, you can wire up anything, any kind of component up to 3 legs, and it'll basically tell you what it is. So if you have a diode or a resistor or a capacitor or an inductor with some N-channel, P-channel MOSFETs, it can figure all that stuff out for you. So it's a nice little tool, and I mean it's not perfect for like N channel and P channel MOSFETs, but it will tell you if there's like a dead short between two regions of it, which there shouldn't be. And so yeah, it's a really fun little tool. All right, so that's two of our bits. So we've got BC. Let's see what other ones we needed here. Go back to your picture here. So there, we got BC59 and TC7 figured out. BC59, 1,900 or 1,500 nanofarads. TC7, 4,000 nanofarads. All right, so I have a feeling that BC47 is going to be the same as BC59, and that TC5 is going to be the same as TC7, but I don't know what BC24 is, and I have a feeling BC48 will be the same as BC47, but we'll check that. All right, so let's go back to the microscope and try to put these things back on before I lose them, because I will most definitely lose them. Okay, sorry, we're looking at white right now. That's my fault. Alright, where's our bits? Here's our bits. Look at that mess I made right there. I guess I should try to clean that up. Set that aside for a second. Set that aside for a second. Let's get these hairs out of here. Why are there hairs on this old board? Guess I'll switch to my full soldering iron. Have I recapped this board? So this board is partially recapped. I remember at one point I did some of the caps just to get it running. But yeah, overall I was pretty lazy in getting this board going, just because it was like I was trying to preserve it. I wasn't necessarily planning on using it. Last year for GPU June, last chronological year 2022, I did a video about my dual Pentium 3 Tualatin board, and that was like the one I really cared about to get the dual Tualatin system going. Oh, look at that. I just mangled that. Oh, jeez. I'm sure somebody saw that coming. Come on, heat. There we go. You've never seen someone use a Pentium socket as a soldering surface. Oh, that's funny. I do all sorts of stuff that you're not supposed to do. Don't do what I do, kids. Yeah, this would have been a lot easier if I had just taken the motherboard out. Okay. That cap just blasted off to the nether. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Let's see, did it stick to me? No. Alright, so I know I'm missing one of the caps. I'll find it later. Alright, let's get this one. This one, BC24. Sorry, I know you can't really see what I'm doing there. I think I might need to switch up my soldering tip here. There we go. Now we got it. Switch that for a second. Yeah, at least we know what the value is for that cap, so I can get a replacement. I often keep old motherboards around for these kinds of things. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Gutbomb is horrified by my incompetence. Alright, so here we got 1300 nanofarad. I imagine this is most likely another 1500 nanofarad. It's staying around 13. Yeah, okay. So this one is BC24. And that is 1350, let's say 1350 nanofarad. Yeah, there we go. That one went to 1350. Alright, so let's grab our cap. Yeah, my regular soldering iron's on, so we're going to use that because this just does not have the thermal mass to desolder, to like fully do the soldering braid. Where's my soldering braid? Okay. a little bit of flux. Yeah, you can just jump the pad. Who needs a cap? In reality, the board would probably work without a cap. But we try to do things right here, sort of. I mean, there we go. Depending on the usage, a lot of the times caps are just sort of, they just hang out. You don't need them. Put a little dab of solder on there. That's stuck to my forceps and not to the board. I want to be careful around this one because I don't want to destroy these lugs because they are really useful places. There we go. Kind of looks like crap, but it just needs to be cleaned. It'll look nice. Yeah, it'll look nice. Okay, so then we have BC48, TC5, and BC47, which are right there. Right, 48, 5, and 47. Yep. All right, so let's do 48 first. Yeah, Epictronics. Gutbomb was just messing with us. He knew it wouldn't be a good idea. All right, I'm gonna clean my tip. Trying to use my microscope inside of the case. This is such a terrible idea. And it's working out just as well as terrible is. Okay. Cleaning my tip. Oh, that hurts. Gutbomb. You can see actually here BC47 I think was one that I had fixed at one point in this board's life. So I'm doing this like kind of with my own eyes, which is kind of stupid. Alright. Ooh. Alright, I need to pull out the RAM. Gonna set my soldering iron down, pop out the RAM, help me get a little bit better angle on this. So yeah, kids, if you decide to do this kind of thing, pull the darn board out of your system. Let's try. Set that down. Get our TC5. Let's give it a little bit of new solder. Okay, let's go back to normal view. Oof. Okay. Component majig. Oh, can't see what I'm doing. And that one went flying. I think I saw where that one went. Need to find it. At least when you do it in the case, it's still in the case. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. I knew I could find it. Just need my forceps. Come on. Come on, John. Show people on the camera what we're doing here. Yeah, every once in a while you come up with like a little SMT component that is just a 0 ohm resistor. Okie dokie. So it's still kind of hot. So this one is BC47, getting 1200 nanofarad. Yeah. That one is consistently 1200 nanofarad. Okay. And that. down there. Whew. Get a little bit of fresh solder on here. If you have those helping hands things, that would probably help with a situation like this. Come on, man. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Have I been to the bite shop in Jamaica Plain? Yes. So one of the very first things I did in my YouTube channel was that I bought 16 compact Macintoshes, and I bought them from Tim at the bite shop. So this one's also showing up as 1200 nanofarads. Alright. So it is slightly different. I don't know. You can probably get away with. So this is BC48. 1270. $12.70. $12.40. Yeah, so this is somewhere around 1200 to 1300 nanofarad. But yeah, the bite shop is pretty wild. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. I think he actually has a lot of vintage stuff for sale. Well, I think he has 2 lots of vintage stuff for sale right now. One Max and one a lot of other stuff. He wants like $2,000 for the lot. Okay, put our last one on here. Oh, and you can't see what I'm doing. Not that you can really see what I'm doing anyway. This one is showing as 2,846 nanofarads. 3,783 nanofarads. It must be cooling off. Yeah, let's let it cool off for a second. Set our soldering iron down. Yeah, 4,044. So TC5 is the same as TC7 at 4,000 nanofarads. All right, so I think that's all of them. So Epictronics, let me know if there's any more that you happen to have come across that you're missing, and I will I'll pull them off now while we're here. So what did we learn today? We learned some values of capacitors. That was fun. We learned if you're gonna do this, take the darn board out of the case. Because this is very difficult. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see me. Let's zoom out here. We don't need all that. There. Sorry, making you sick. So, trying to get in here and doing this also with the microscope on top of it, it's very difficult. So, I'm not going to put these back on right now. I'm going to wait and do that off camera so that I can see it a little bit easier with my own eyes. So yeah, this is a cool little soldering iron. It comes with a couple different tips. I've been having fun with it for doing this kind of work, but also it works a lot better if you're not trying to put all of your hands inside of a computer when you're doing this. Is it raining there? Yes, it is raining here. It's pretty nuts right here. The storm is very intense. Lots of thunder. So yeah, we're using these to figure out all these values that we just did to help Epictronics try to order some capacitors to fix his Asus, or I keep confusing Asus and Abit. This is an Abit VP6. So yeah, I'll finish putting those back together. Got to go find that other cap that disappeared on us. 1 second, I want to go grab something to show you. Look at this blue. I just pulled this out of the e-waste yesterday. I went over to throw away a G5 logic board, and this SGI Indigo2 was in there. I have never used these. I'm not going to power this up today, but I am super excited to give this thing a try. No, it was just the G5 logic board was a regular G5 that somebody was throwing out, and I decided to try to save it, but it was a whole thing. So, yeah. But I couldn't save it. They were actually throwing out like 8, I think, Power Mac G5s, and I wound up saving 6 of them. 2 of them were too far gone, so I couldn't fix it. Yeah. Oh yeah, JVHS. PM me, or you can send me an email, bigbadbiologist@gmail.com. I have made some progress on your board. It's kind of interesting, but I'm running into issues. I don't have a great e-waste spot. This was my where I work. It was our normal e-waste thing. Let's pop this case off. I haven't popped the case off yet, so apparently there's 2 things here, one there and one there. And you lift them up, Garth. So lift these up, and then the case should pop off like that. Oops, sorry about the noise. Alright, what do we find in here? I have no idea what I'm looking at. The one thing I have researched is that these can have up to 12 sticks of RAM. Ooh, and the RAM is fully populated. Ugh. I'm not going to do a total teardown on this today, but I've been dying to look inside this, so I figured I'd share what I find. Nice little SCSI controller. It's a 50-pin SCSI hard drive, so it'll be easy to stick a blue SCSI in this thing. But yeah, look at all this RAM. Look at all that RAM. Look at all that 72-pin RAM. Let's pull this last one off. The ribbon cable's gonna give you a nightmare, yeah. I can't tell what this is just by looking at it. Alright, well, we'll have to play with this again at some point. But I've been dying to look inside here since I pulled it out of the ewaste yesterday. Yeah, so our ewaste never has good stuff in it. I just got really lucky yesterday. I don't know who the heck was throwing this thing out. Have I tried turning it on yet? No, I haven't tried turning it on yet. Okay, and the other thing I've read is that there's 3 different video cards, or at least 3 different video cards for the early ones. And they can have 1, 2, or 3 slots. This is the 3-slot one, which is apparently the faster one, so that's cool. So yeah, that's neat. All the RAMs and the biggest video card. I don't know how to get this thing back in there. Okay, there we go. And the issue is that these things all take these 13W3 have 13W3 connectors, and I don't have an adapter. So I ordered up an adapter, and so maybe next weekend we'll power this thing up and see what it does. But oh yeah, look at this. It's got a Dallas real-time clock. Ugh, I hate the Dallas real-time clocks. Yeah, if this thing sparks, that'll hurt a little bit. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Anyway, so yeah, this will be a fun thing to play with. So actually, I'm going to stream again tomorrow. Because I really need to put this darn Performa 6200 CD back together. I don't know if you can tell here, but I've retro-brighted it. And the front looks a lot better. I've lubed the heck out of it with some 303 protectant, so hopefully it doesn't break too much when we try to put it back together. But I got to get this thing off the bench. So yeah, so tomorrow we'll put together the 6200 CD. Next weekend maybe we'll play with this thing. Also, I'm getting really close to 512 subscribers, and so I'm going to need to build a LC3 to give away. So yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to do here at the Big Bad Bench. So yeah, check back in tomorrow for my normal Saturday stream, and we'll put together that 6200 CD. Is that not the original drive? I have no idea. It looks original. Let's see. These things, I think, rotate. Oh yeah, they're in like little sleds. No. Which way does that go? Pika Defilon, welcome. There we go. That slid out. So this feels original to me. Look at this drive sled. Look at that. That is sexy. Let's see, it's most likely a 4.5 gig hard drive. And there is another hard drive down there. Looks like an IBM. It's in a yellow cage though. Oh, some nasty 90s foam. This cage is very different. I don't know if that one's original or not. I have no idea what this drive is. Type DFHS. So yeah, it'll be fun to see what's in these. I have never played with this stuff before, really. So yeah, this will be wild. Anyway, yeah, I am wincing too, touching this 90s plastic. So, speaking of 90s plastic, tune in tomorrow. We'll see how much plastic I break trying to reassemble that Performa 6200. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Garth Beagle, Trina's Technobabble, Gut Bomb, Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack, Epictronics, Bacchus, Pika Delphon, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, and Panman GR. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with me while I tried to find some information for Epictronics. It's good to see you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully. Good night. Oh, we're not ended yet. We gotta do this thing. Oh god, I forgot how to YouTube.